Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Hyundai of Trenton. Take a look at a brand new 2024 Hyundai Tucson SEL all-wheel drive in shimmering silver, but this has the SEL convenience package. So we're going to check this out, see what it's bringing to the market in 2024, but also compare this against that Tucson Limited we saw the other day to see if this one is the one to shell your money out on rather than going for the limited trim. So let's dig in. All right, we are at the front end of this 24 Tucson SEL, and what are we looking at? We have the shimmering silver with the smoked or dark chrome on the grille, looking good. Hyundai badge in the middle. We have that waterfall LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights, LED turn signals, functionality top and bottom, and here on the sides, on either side, we have functional side air curtains. So it's really good looking here on the front end of this Tucson SEL. Wheel and tire setup on this Tucson SEL, we have a 19-inch aluminum alloy wheel, gloss black, silver accents, standard brake and rotor package. These 19-inch wheels are wrapped in Michelin Primacy all-season tires, 235 on the width of 55 series sidewall 19s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. All right, the full side profile on this Tucson, the shimmering silver really accentuates the body lines on the profile of this Tucson with those strong body lines coming through the door handles up in the rear tailgate. And then we have that three-dimensional look with the flared out fender and the flared out rear quarter. Really makes it look great. And then you got that back to front rake, which is really aggressive on this Tucson. But the shimmering silver really accentuates the body lines much more than that intense blue did, even though that's a wicked cool color. Moving on closer, we do have the flat black around the wheel wells, but it goes good with that shimmering silver paint. Up top, we're color matched on the side view mirror with LED turn signals. We are color matched on the front and the rear door handle. Fuel filler caps on the left side of the vehicle. We have a color matched roof spoiler, gloss black on the roof rails and the shark fin antenna, and then a color matched roof with a standard sunroof. All right, the rear end of this Tucson, again, the Tucson has that rear wiper tucked up underneath the roof spoiler, sweeps down to wipe the window, cleans up the design, protects that wiper from car washes and the elements here up here in the Northeast. And instead they got the Hyundai badge right where the rear wiper used to go, which I like. LED shark's teeth taillights looking good. Tucson badge on the left, H-track or all-wheel drive on the right. And then we have our turn signals down below on the bumper, standard bulbs. And then we do have a design in here. It doesn't look to me like a fake vent design, even though it's close. And then we have flat black on this rear diffuser area. But I really wish they would have the lights up here rather than just down here. But like I mentioned on the Limited, if you cannot have turn signals on a movable part of the vehicle. And since this tailgate comes up, if this had the turn signal on it or directional light on it, when you lifted that tailgate, it would have to switch to down here. Or they could only have the outside blinking. So instead of having to get too complicated, they just went with it down here. But I really wish they did something different on that. Let me know what you guys think. But overall, rear end's really nice. And again, the shimmering silver is just a really good color. All right, we're under the hood of this Tucson SEL, and we have the same power plant that we had in the Limited. It's a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated inline 4-cylinder engine, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 187 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of torque. The Tucson can tow up to 2,000 pounds. MPGs, 23 in the city, 29 on the highway, 25 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. All right, before we get into the interior of this Tucson, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this baby cost? I love the Limited, but at 40 grand, that was a little bit too much for me. What can we do on this SEL convenience? Well, MSRP for the SEL all-wheel drive trim for 2024 before options is $30,900. Now, the SEL convenience package is an additional $2,500. That gets you the 19-inch alloy wheels, LED tail lamps, the H-Tech seating surfaces, power sunroof, the 10.25-inch digital dash, a 10.25-inch infotainment screen, dynamic voice recognition, auto-dimming rear view mirror, leather-wrapped steering wheel and shift knob, and then the advanced rear occupant alert. Then we have to add in an additional $210 for the carpeted floor mats, an additional $55 for the cargo net, an additional $120 for the reversible cargo tray, an additional $30 for the first aid kit, and an additional $245 for the all-season fitted floor liners. Then we add in an additional $1,335 for destination and delivery from Hyundai's Montgomery, Alabama assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP from the factory of $35,395. So we're about $5,000 cheaper than the limited trim we saw last time out. Let's check out the interior. All right, starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. The floor mats are in the cargo area at this time. Seats, power seat with lumbar for the driver, manual assist for the front passenger. Black H-Tech seating material with black stitching. Looks good. Nice soft headrest, nice bolstering, good looking interior. Door panels looking good, soft touch up top, that nice gloss black trim that comes across the top of the door and right into the dash, and I love the way Hyundai does that. Then we have some cloth, and then we have some more soft touch in and around the brushed aluminum door handle. We have a nice soft door armrest, flat black on the switch gear, nice door pocket and standard audio system in here. Up top, soft touch, there's that trim design into the heat and air vent. Then we have some cloth, hard plastic, and a nice large glove box. Up top, 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards, and then we have the integrated 10.25-inch Hyundai infotainment screen, touchscreen action, yes, pinch to zoom, nice and responsive, dual panel action, of course, wired Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto, which isn't my favorite in 2024, that needs to be wireless. But we do have an upgrade in here for 2024 in the SEL convenience. So if I come down to my panel down here and I go into setup, and then I go into vehicle, then I go into lights, you have your ambient light, which is new for the SEL convenience. They give you the ambient light, and you can select your color mood, either moon white, polar white, ice blue, all the way down, just like the limited. And then you can also set a custom color by spinning the wheel and deciding where you want that color to go, and then saving your custom color. So they did add that to the SEL convenience for 2024, which is a nice touch. Backup camera, nice and clear with trajectory. No 360-degree cameras in the SEL convenience like we had in the limited, but it's a nice clear backup camera. And then from down here, we can go back to our map, get back to normal, and there we go. Down here, we have the hard controls in case you don't want to use the touchscreen. Dual climate, which is nice. Down further, just like the limited trim, you do have 2 USB A's, a 12-volt, and a wireless charging pad, but I'd like to see 1 C and 1 A in here, rather than just all A's, but we do have the wireless charging. And then here's our gear shift with the gator in leather with the stitching to go through this 8-speed automatic. Right here, drive modes, center diff lock, engine stop start on off. We know we're going to rock with that off. Hill descent control, auto vehicle hold, electric emergency brake, cameras, 2 cup holders, and then our Hyundai key fob right here looking good. Lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, remote start, nice weight. And then here we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. No heated steering wheel, no ventilated seats, unlike the limited trim. So now, fairly firm center armrest. We open that up, and it's a nice area for storage. Hyundai steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. Again, the chrome Hyundai emblem on the horn button with brushed aluminum trim ring, and more down here to lift up the wheel, looking good. We do have gloss black on the switch gear. Telephone voice commands on the left with modes for your infotainment screen. On the right, you have your adaptive cruise, safety suite controls, and the controls for your digital dash. No paddles. On the left side, headlights. On the right, both wipers. Down below, brighten and dim the dash. pop the tailgate, and then you have your traction control off. We do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, so Hyundai's got you covered right there, so that's nice. And then we have our 10.25-inch digital dash where we can look at snow, smart, sport, everything changes and goes red, and normal. So they got you covered for your drive modes, looking good. We're going to leave that in normal today because this is just not a sporty vehicle. And then you can go through additional information in the center if you would like. And there's some sub-menus underneath these as well. So it's a nice, easy system to use. But since we don't have the 360-degree view cameras like we had in the Limited, then we don't have the blind spot monitoring camera coming up in the dash when you turn. Like we had in the Limited, it's just a regular turn signal. So again, you need to have the 360-degree view cameras if you want that blind spot camera to come on either side of the car when you're turning left or right. Overhead console, we have LED dome lighting. You want it to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button pressed in and remains in. When you open the door, lighting comes on. When you close the door, your lighting will dim out. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. Hyundai Blue Link, so you can hook up the car to your phone. And here is our manual sunshade, and then hit the roof and open it goes. Wind buffeter, hit it, and back it goes. So no panoramic roof like we saw in the Limited trim. Now, here we go. Vanity with mirror and a light, so they got you covered there. And does it slide? Yes, it does, to block out the side sun. Getting in the back seat of the SEL. I have the seat set for my driving position. In we go. Nice amount of room for my knees, for my head, and for my shoulders at 5'11". We have that H-Tex all the way down. We have a seat pocket behind each front seat, 2 heat and air vents, 2 USB-As. Again, I'd like to see 1C and 1A. Rear door panels, same vibe as the front with that gloss black trim ring up top. Here's your front door panel looking good. Here's the back door panel looking the same. The only difference, instead of soft touch up top, you do have hard black plastic. Now, seating, same H-Deck seats in the back. Nice soft headrest. Nice comfortable seats. Like the simple clean black design. We take down our center armrest. Semi-soft, 2 cup holders. But overall, it's a really nice place to be in the back of this Tucson SEL. Cargo area of this Tucson SEL. You can pop it from your key fob. You can pop it from the dash, or come to the back and right down here in the bottom of the tailgate, there's a button. You hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using this button here. And then here we go. Carpeted floor mats. Let's say Tucson. Very nice, like that. Your carpeted cargo mat that says Tucson, like that. There's your crossbars. And then underneath here, we got our spare. So thank you, Hyundai, for the spare. Here's our cargo net, which I could take it or leave it. Now, back here, we do have some lighting and a 12 volt for power, and we can get, and with the rear seats up, you're looking at 38.7 cubic feet of space in the back of this Tucson, which is a fantastic number. Now to the back, drop the back row right here, give it a yank, down she goes. Give this one a yank, down she goes. Now these will lock down, but it's probably the first time they've been down. This car just got delivered. So we'll lock them down ourselves. Once you use them, they'll loosen up. And now, with the rear seats down, 80.3 cubic feet of space. So these two numbers are best in class numbers for the Tucson. I didn't mention that on the Limited review, but the cargo space is the same no matter which Tucson you get for 2024. And it's best in class numbers for this, I would say, compact plus 2-row SUV. All right, the window sticker, we'll zoom on in for this 2024 Tucson. Fuel economy. Made in the USA. Let's take her out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 24 Tucson SEL Convenience. Great visibility out the windshield, side glass, rear view mirror, rear glass, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that action in the SEL convenience. Steering wise, not a problem. This drives just like the Limited does, right? We got nice sharp steering, really well damped suspension, nice smooth ride, comfortable seats. There's not a lot, there's no difference in the ride quality or the handling between this SEL convenience and a Limited. We come up here, we'll do an emergency stop in 3, 2, 1. Nice and linear, no pulling the wheel, and then off we go. And down the road we go, no problem. Again, we have the same turning radius as the Limited, so this thing should do the same kind of thing. 3, 2, 1. Yep, now round and round we go. And where we stop, nobody knows. There we go. And we go back the other way. So, really easy vehicle to drive. Very responsive driveline. I think for this trim, the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated inline 4 with the 8-speed auto is perfect. Gets the vehicle up to speed very easily. Just like we saw in the Limited, really no difference in the drivability of either one. The big difference, obviously, is the features that are in each one of these. So, what do we have in our SEL convenience that brings some value? Well, we have two 10.25-inch digital screens, right? One instrument cluster, one infotainment screen. This is the exact same infotainment screen from the Limited as far as the features go, with the ambient lighting and all that jazz in the SEL convenience now that wasn't in before. We have dual climate, we have the wireless charging with our 12-volt and USB connectivity, just like the Limited, no change. Where we see our big change is we have H-Tech seats and not leather, and we have heated seats, 3 stages each, but no ventilated seats, no heated steering wheel. Of course, with the Limited, we got heated seats, ventilated seats, and a heated steering wheel. Plus, we had the heated seats in the back row, which we don't have here up in this SEL. We had the panoramic roof in the Limited trim, just a standard sunroof here in the SEL convenience. So the Limited is bringing more features, but it's bringing a price tag of $40,000, and I believe it was $300, $40,200. We're here at $35,300, right? $5,000 less. So really what I want to hear from you guys is, if the driving dynamics, powertrain, transmission's all the same, are the extra features that are in the Limited worth the extra $5,000 in price? The leather, the ventilation, the heated steering wheel, the heated seats in the back row. Is that worth the more money, or would you take less features and save yourself $5,000 on this SEL convenience? And both of these were 2024 cars that we saw. So they're both brand new, the latest and greatest model year. Let me know what you think, because I love the way both of these vehicles drive. They drive the same, the steering's sharp, well damped. I'm not getting chassis vibrations into the passenger cockpit. So it's really well done. It's really well done. We both have all-wheel drive. We're going to take off a little bit here, see how she does. We'll put it into sport like we did with the other car, with the Limited. Like I said, it's not a sporty car, but you know, it takes off just fine and gets down the road. Nothing too crazy, but the handling's just really good. So what do you guys think? Intense Blue Limited like we saw the last Hyundai review, or are you going to go with this SEL convenience and save yourself a good amount of dough. 5 G's is nothing to sneeze at. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, but I want to thank Hyundai of Trenton for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Hyundai Tucson SEL convenience all-wheel drive in shimmering silver for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.